Welcome to Mr. Mitsubishi YouTube channel that covers a lot of Mitsubishi stuff. Today we'll have a look at this car. It's a 2022 Mitsubishi RVR. On some markets it's ASX. So we'll have a look today what this car is all about. Why would somebody consider to buy it? There's three main reasons. It's value for the money that you're getting, reliability, and basically what all you get in this vehicle. So we'll have a look at it, exterior, interior, check it out, what it's all about, take it out for a quick drive. It's a beautiful snowy day today, so it's a perfect time to see how it handles, how it drives. So let's check it out now. Let's have a look at this. It's a 2022 Mitsubishi RVR ES front-wheel drive. It's basically the entry level of the RVR. It's the base model. It's probably like one of the cheapest, best SUVs out there, like in the world, basically, right? So we'll have a look. Why is that? It has a 2-liter engine with 148 horsepower. The other option is 2.4 as you move up the trim level, but this is basically as bare as it gets for the entry level. It's a front-wheel drive. It has front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive option. This is the front-wheel drive, obviously to save cost and whatnot. So as we look on the side, so we can see that these are 16-inch steel wheels with these inserts on top of them. So underneath we have just steel wheels. Obviously if we would go if we'd go alloy wheels, then the cost would go up, right? So with this vehicle, Mitsubishi basically wants to offer you an SUV, but you don't pay the hefty price tag on some of the SUVs on the market, right? It is still built in Japan, which is pretty cool. In Canada here, you get 10-year 160 powertrain warranty, so that kind of backs up Mitsubishi's confidence on reliability of the vehicle. And reliability, it's one of the main reasons why people are even like buying this vehicle, right? So it's a good thing to have. Cool thing that we have body color mirror caps here, so from the outside it doesn't look like 100% base model, so it looks like quite nice. It has, by the way, LED headlamps, so that's another cool thing to have. That's already a standard for this vehicle, right? What a lot of people do, they just switch out the wheels, and then this car looks like $1 million. You can't really tell it with naked eye if it's fully loaded or not. So and of course it's a 5-seater SUV, which is awesome thing to have. On the rear we have nice LED taillights. Trunk space is enough, so like this segment in general, SUVs and these kind of cars, it's exploding right now. So if you think about it, for just over $26,000 Canadian, includes freight and PDI, you get an SUV like this. It has a lot of goodies packed in, still built in Japan, insane warranty, big trunk space, 5-seater, and we'll also have a look what it comes inside of the vehicle. We'll take it out for a quick drive, and we'll do a little bit of recap of the vehicle at the end of the video. So now let's have a look at the inside of the car. Okay, so we are inside of the RVR, and again, it's a 2022 ES front-wheel drive. The steering wheel looks kind of plain. As you move up to different trim levels, you have this piano black finish, so that'll give you this more luxury looks, right? But of course, for the entry level, we have one goal. We want to spend the least amount of money, and we want to squeeze the most value out of it, right? So for that purpose, like, this steering wheel is fine. We have the Bluetooth. We have awesome options here like heated seats. That's all standard. This vehicle also has traction control, which is perfect for the winter time and slippery roads like we have today. Nice 8-inch screen, and this one also has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto capability. That in itself is one of the biggest features ever. I've seen people come in and trade in their old year-old, 2-year-old cars just because they didn't have this feature for a feature like that. So this is definitely huge important selling point. Now throughout the vehicle, I kind of like it, and this is how Mitsubishi, I think, keeps the cost low. It has these, like, the modern finishes, like large screen, paired with like these kind of like old school looking buttons, right? So there's like some elements in the car that are like super nice and modern. Some elements, you look at it, this button or like shift knob looks like it's already a little bit outdated, but it works really well with the RVR itself. So of course, nice big backup camera. It's again almost not almost, it is mandated for all the cars these days to have the backup camera, but this one is nice, big screen. I like that. And then the climate control is automatic climate control, not just AC on and off, but it actually maintains the temperature that you sit in it. So right on, like, yeah, I think I mentioned Bluetooth, of course, full power group, right? So you have the keyless entry, lock and unlock, 4 power windows, and the steering wheel is tilt and telescopic as well. A lot of the entry-level, even SUVs, they have just tilt, but this one has tilt and telescopic, so you can quite easily find your perfect driving position. So now let's take it out for a quick drive, see how it handles, how it responds, and we'll go from there. Okay, so let's take it out for a drive. And again, this is the 2-liter 4-cylinder engine, and it's basically, you know, meant to just get you to point A to point B, and with the least amount of money spent on gasoline. Now, when we look at this vehicle, I still like how it looks with everything that we have going on. One thing I like about the Mitsubishi a lot compared to some of the other manufacturers, even the entry model or the base model doesn't look super base, right? On this one here, you have this nice piano black gloss around the screen. Like, these knobs are actually the same as on the upper levels, and then there's nice finishing around the shifter here, so you don't necessarily have the feeling that you're driving a base model. The only thing that kind of gives it away is the steering wheel. So there's one element kind of like, you know, that bugs the eye from the outside, which is those just the hubcaps on the 16-inch wheels. And interior, the only thing that kind of stands out as a base looking is the steering wheel. Other than that, it feels really nice. So okay, let's take it out for a quick drive, see how it handles. Okay, we don't have all-wheel control on this, okay? It's a front-wheel drive, but we do have the traction control, of course, so that helps a lot in weather conditions like this. And then I'm happy to test the vehicle out in the snow, see how it brakes. Oh, see, yeah, there's ABS kicking in because there's snow, and we're good to go. It is CVT, gets up to speed pretty good. Noise is not bad at all. It has the echo indicator as well, so the car kind of like teaches you how to drive more with more fuel economy in your mind. Brakes are nice, they're not too aggressive, not too soft. Seems like the perfect setting for a car like this. It handles really, really good as well, and especially for a city setting. I can't imagine, you know, a need for going something else or something more. The suspension is good. It's, if you do a lot of highway driving, maybe you'll want a bigger vehicle at some point, or you have more people to haul in. But if it's just you, your city driving, the typical setup, how most people drive these cars, I don't think there's much else you might need. So even if you go with this entry-level ES, you're not making a mistake. You have literally everything there that you need. Even two-wheel drive in the weather conditions like this, it handles beautiful. If you have a chance to test drive one, do it always on a snowy or rainy day. You'll know exactly what I mean. So cool, there we go. We just took it out for a quick drive just to see how it handles, how it drives. It snows today, it's wet, but the two-wheel drive was just fine. The traction control kicks in as needed. ABS is there for your safety as well. So super happy how it drives. Like I said, the only thing that interior-wise kind of gives it away that it's entry level is this steering wheel that is just plastic. If this would be the upgraded steering wheel with a little bit more like leather, piano black finish would be much better. But that's why it's a ES vehicle. So, okay, let's do a little bit of recap on what we had here and what we think about this RVR. All right, so we just checked out this RVR. It's a 2022 ES RVR, and I think it's awesome. So keep in mind that you're spending about $26,000 Canadian dollars for this vehicle, base ES, and amount of things that you're getting. It's a front wheel drive, yes, not all wheel control, but you have traction control. As we just drove and tested, you're actually getting a very good handling out of just a front wheel drive vehicle. You do get a 10-year warranty on it. It's still built in Japan. It's awesome. I like the looks of it. The only two things that kind of like, you know, stands out or like bugs me is the wheels, which can be easily swapped if you want to, and inside the steering wheel that kind of gives it away that it's an entry vehicle. Other than that, it's hard even to notice that it's base RVR, and there's not much need to upgrade to something more unless you want certain particular options. So there we go. This is what 26 grand is going to buy you in today's market. I hope you liked the video. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and on to the next one.